What's up, you guys? Pouring out all day. So then I go to Dunkin'. Oh well, to the perps. They don't come out when it rains anyway. I don't want to get wet, the gremlins. They really are. They never come out when it rains. Like, what's gonna happen if you come outside, you know? This. We just got more, you know, more rain just coming out. Woo, look right here. So the wind is pushing the rain. Lord have mercy. I forgot my umbrella. I mean, I'm right downstairs, but still. And look who comes out as soon as it comes out. So just open the door. Oh, they do that all the time. They were doing that for like years. I would come sit out here in the summertime. He would fling open the door and just stare at me from the porch. He really thought I was gonna rob his car or something. Nope. Why the hell would I do that? I don't rob people's cars. I don't rob nothing from nobody. I'm not Robin Hood. Steal from the rich, get to the poor. You know, I don't do that. These people, they're very paranoid because you know what it is? These people will do that to everybody else. So they think, you know, that we're going to think like them and do it back to them. No, we're not. Like I said, he used to break into Mrs. car all the time. We didn't have a camera back then, so we couldn't call the police and show a video. We called the police to have a police report on him. Well, you know, we didn't know it was him. And one day the police was talking to us. Oh, somebody took a piece of the sidewalk. When they repaved the whole entire block, one day there was a piece of sidewalk that broke off by the tree. So behind the tree here, a piece of sidewalk broke off, right? So I just put it on the side, not in anybody's way. And I noticed she put it on one side, but it was on the other side, like the next day. And then, I think she put it by the pole. She put it by the tree. And it was by the pole the next day. And then all of a sudden, it was by the garden, right in front of the garden. It was like, okay, somebody's doing something. This is before the Chipuan family and Co, I call them, moved in. So the landlord was still, you know, living here with his family. So, and they didn't bother us. We got along with them. They went to work and school and all that. You know, they didn't have time to throw bread at our window and stuff like that. So we wouldn't have a problem with them. But it was a guy across the street because him and Jillian are friends with each other. They went to high school together. And they probably smoked weed together all the time. And she used to live next door where Chico is now. So, you know, she always did a lot of stuff. They moved to Staten Island. She would always come here with her car. Looked like this car actually a little bit. Like a grayish small car. And she used to park it in front of my house. I actually saw her get out of the car one day. She didn't even see me sitting on the porch. She's so dumb. She didn't see me. I was sitting, you know, we didn't have a bench, but I was sitting on the porch. And she gets out of the car with her little tiny dog. She had a dog in her purse. Named it Gucci. Really? Trash. Anyway. She would come around every once in a while. She would write her name on the pole and stand in front of my house, smoke cigarettes. She would leave candy wrappers behind. Like all kinds of stuff. I scared the crap out of her during Halloween once. That was a funny story I'm gonna tell you. I had a Freddy Krueger mask and the hand, you know, the claw, and he was sitting on the porch. Now we weren't gonna stay home. Everybody, you know, everybody lives in another area, so we went there when the kids were little to trick or treat. I didn't trick or treat, they did. So I would wear that. She thought it was a statue. It was funny. She walked through the cross street. She saw me, and I moved. She jumped. She ran up the block, and then she was hiding behind the wall. And she like walked backwards and everything. She was weird. She's like a crab or something walking backwards. And then she lived right there, right in that house, next door to him. And the two of them would come out at the same time when I would come out, and they would stare at each other and do hand signals to each other on the porch, and then point at me and laugh. So she moved away again, but she lives near John, actually, near the park, near the big park. I've seen her more than once walking around there. I haven't seen her in a while, but I hear her name a lot now. Usually when I hear these motherfuckers' names, that means I'm gonna run into them. You know, they always go back to their old ways of doing stuff, so after the first time I got broken into, they used a piece of sidewalk, and they went into the garden. Like the record, as I'm talking about these stories, they went into the garden, they climbed in the garden, and broke the window, the passenger seat window, and stole change from the glove compartment. Nowadays, you don't have to use quarters at the payphone. That we don't have anymore either. There's parking, pay park per meter or something like that. I don't know what it's called. You could still put quarters in there, but I don't think you could put quarters anymore. I think it's obsolete now. If you do it on your app on a phone. So, you know, you still need quarters. Sometimes a meter, you know. Why are you stopping me? Is that my neighbor? Probably. Anyway. Let's stay with them, shall we? Oh, you actually parked outside your own house? Shocking. Anyways. Usually everybody parks in front of my house, just, you know, and then they have to go like 10 blocks away, you know, all the blocks, but anyway. So, you know, all these people doing all these things, they stop after a while, and then eventually they start up again. You know, and I'll hear their name and whatever, and then I'll see them, or they'll do something. And, you know, so yeah, I'm not really watching out for it, but I just, you know, I noticed, like, oh, their name is coming up, and, you know, usually something happens. It's true, though. It really is, because, especially with Jillian, every time, right before she would do something, like, she wrote her name on the pole, she drew a pocket for, like, one of our decorations. So she, you know, we call it tagging. So she did that, you know. She tried to take it, you know. We actually have these spikes in the dirt that come with the balloons, you know, the decorative balloons. We have to actually tie it very tightly there. If you really want to steal it, you're going to have to cut it off. She was pulling them out of the ground. I was surprised my family actually believed me, because I saw her ass more than once lurking around here before she moved across the street. One time I caught her walking past my house, and she was just standing in front of it. So she was going to do something, like she was looking at the time on her phone. Like she was waiting for the perfect moment. And I happened to have seen her walking past when I was in the living room here. I used to live on the first floor, so I saw her. And my mom was still around, so I'm like, look, every damn day. 'Cause I was getting up nice and early every day that year. 7 in the morning. And then I would go in the living room, watch TV, have some breakfast, you know. And I would actually do stuff, you know, I got up in time and all that stuff. Yeah, I really wasn't under witchcraft back then. Like now I am, because of her next door. You know, throwing bread at your window. It's some sort of offering, I forgot what it's called. Oh boy. He always got hunt the ones. Pathetic. So, the last couple of times I'm reading, like, look at an article or something, or I'm watching a video, and would mention their country of origin next door, because I don't know their names. And then all of a sudden, the whole incident with the pail happened. So I'm like, what the hell? And my sister was telling me that it's the fault, the husband's doing it. For some reason, he wants my sister to back up and hit the the garbage pail. He wanted her to hit it. He wanted her bumper, I guess, to fall off or something. I don't know. He's a crazy person. And then even with the branch, like I heard the sawing, because he always makes noise. Usually early in the morning, like 6 in the morning, he'll make a noise like that in the backyard. And every freaking night, every time his son would come over, he would honk the horn, but not the horn itself, just hit the button like 6 times or 7 times and laugh. But then sometimes he would pull into the driveway and they would be talking to each other, and they're very loud. I don't know what they're saying because they're doing it in their own language. They know I didn't speak English. But then one time the actual camera picked up them talking to each other. So like, there's something going on. And I was like a week or 2 before this happened. And then I heard a sawing noise. I'm like, what is he doing now? Usually they're carpenters and they know how to build stuff. You saw the backyard. And I'm like, because this tree right here used to be taller than that. It had like a whole big piece on top. And that's what was in the driveway. And it was so strange that the camera never caught it. I don't know how. I really don't. If you're dragging a garbage pail with wheels, wouldn't the camera hear that noise and pick the sound up? The car was not in the driveway. This happened on a Friday night. I went to Dunkin'. The pail was on their side. I came back from Dunkin'. The pail was on our side, but in the driveway. I didn't realize how far in it was. You know, my sister came home. And she had to get out of the car and move it to their side. And then park the car, which is, it's annoying. They like annoying everybody. Well, just us anyway. And, I didn't think he was going to do that to her. I know the wife does stuff to me like that. I didn't think he was going to stoop to that level too, but I guess, birds of a feather flock together, you know what I'm saying? So, after all that, I actually put it right in the middle. He left it there for a whole week. Now he put it back. And as soon as he put it back, she came outside to throw a piece of garbage out, like usual. I didn't really see her face because it was dark out. But he parked across the street. He had his gym bag out and he was pissed off at me. He thought I put the pail back. I did not. So I'm saying, like, he's trying to get at me because he thinks me and my sister are the same person. No, we're not. We look like each other because we're related. We're going to look like other people? No. We didn't have multiple fathers. We only have one father. So, I don't know what they're jealous of. And I can't put my finger on it, but it's a sign of narcissism. You know what I mean? Like, they probably think I ditched their son because he had a crush on me at one point. And that's why she was making bread and all that kind of stuff. It was like a love spell or something. No, you're not supposed to force people to be together. They actually have to want to be together and be compatible with each other. So, he's been angry with me ever since. I didn't take the bread, the son. They're all mad at me because of it too. Like, get over yourselves. Why would they think witchcraft would work on me? I don't understand that part because I've always believed in God. So, well, they really thought they were gonna change my mind? No. There was a lot of times I didn't, want to get up in the morning, but then, like, every once in a while, even though it's gloomy like this right now, it's better than snow, I gotta say, because the snow would have been nice by now. It just fell on my ass and everybody would have laughed. They would have saw it and laughed. And the trolls on here would have laughed too. Let's be real. Because they're stupid like that, they think it's funny. Wait till that happens to them, because it's going to turn around and happen to them. They just don't know it yet. They think it won't. That's how stupid they are. Great googly moogly, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody and their mother would come out, all your enemies. If you fell, it's because of a spirit, no, it's not a spirit, but it's because of witchcraft. Like they do all this types of witchcraft on you to make you fall and trip or whatever. Because they think it's funny. They don't have a life, like I said. I don't have a life either, but I'm not gonna stay home and like do spells on people. That's stupid. Did they really think God doesn't see them doing that kind of stuff? Come on now. How stupid are they? Well, like God said, he's going to give them up to a reprobate mind. If they don't come to him with repentance, stop doing that stuff, he's going to make the demons take over, and they're going to just take over their brain cells, and, you know, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. You know, it's working for now because, you know, the devil has reign over everything, so I don't know. It's really weird. It's weird because it just doesn't make sense. You know, like if you're an innocent person and you have no ill will towards anybody, it really doesn't make sense what these people think and do. So, I mean, they try very hard to stop me. They sent python spirit against me. I had some dental work done, and I had to wait a whole month because there's so many people going to get their teeth fixed. I had to get a second opinion and everything. So I finally, you know, made an extra appointment and went. Before I even got there, the day before, I said, let me go to bed earlier than usual, like an hour or two earlier. I got nice and comfy, and then I had to pee at like 4 in the morning. I was like, really, bitch? Of course, every time I have to pee in the middle of the night. You know, when you get older, you have to pee every minute. It's always when you get comfortable. And then I almost didn't go back to sleep, but that was on purpose. When I went to sleep, I heard a snake talking snake. So the face of a dragon and a snake together, like mixed together. I don't know what it said. I was like, Jesus Christ, please help me. And then I'm like, get to the pit, demons. I order you to get to the pit in Jesus Christ's name, and that's it. They actually left. You left. I don't know if he was angry, but I just noticed he left. That's right. Then I was able to sleep. I had to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, no, you're not letting me miss out on fixing my teeth. Fuck you. We all have something we have to fix about ourselves, you know? So, just keep doing you. You know, do what you gotta do for yourself, you know, health-wise especially. Because, you know, these demonic entities over here, I'm not even calling them purposes, demonic entities, they want us to fail at everything because they know we are persevering through all their crap and they don't like it. We really are coming through the other side. I can't even, I guess it's unbelievable, but it is believable because every time they do this kind of stuff, I see a video on YouTube about this stuff. Because you know what it is? People are jealous of you because you have the light in you. You are a beacon of hope to people. So they don't want what you have. You know, they're not jealous like that. I guess they do want what you have. Because I'm not rich, so I don't have anything anybody should want, but they still want it because it's me. And it's you. They just don't want you to have it. We're going to try to keep going and try to get what we're supposed to get. You know, it's time now. It's time for this foolishness to stop, and we need to do what we need to do and push through. Do not scream at them. That's what they want. I'm telling you, they want you to go into an asylum or to jail. So don't scream at them. Sometimes you really have to, like, push and not beat the shit out of them or whatever, or yell at them, because the devil is a liar. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So if you let them get to you, oh, one of my headlight bandit, one headlight bandit, caught your ass. See, I told you they eventually come out telling you the truth now. Now you see all these cars coming with one headlight and red cars and stuff. So I'm telling you, they don't like the truth. The demons are here. They can watch me all they want. I'm still me. And not changed my personality to for anybody to like me. I don't care. Love me or hate me, it's your opinion. You know what I mean? What can I tell you? They actually get mad at me for getting up in the morning, so I haven't had a lot of rest. Oh, sleeping so good. And that too, I was like, why am I sleeping so much? Like, it feels like it's too much. And again, confirmation. God wants you to rest up because we're going into battle. Oh, I feel it. I feel the battle. I feel it. And they're angry. They're angry elves. Demon spawn that they are. Oh, so that's why I'm like, I'm taking my time, you know? Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do every day. I try to do something every day. So, you know, even it's cleaning a little area. Every day, a little bit every day. Because they don't like when you do that either. Why do you think you get all this noise harassment in the middle of the night or in the early morning when you're trying to wake up? They don't want you to do that stuff. They don't want you to take care of yourself. You understand? They want you sick. They want you sick, so you end up in the hospital. They want you tired, so you scream at them and you punch them in the face, even though they deserve it. Leave it to God. He will give them way worse than any of us could do. What they truly deserve, He will do to them. So even though, you know, when I go get coffee, it's not much, but for them it is. Like, they get so angry. They get very, very angry when I go in there. Not the staff. I'm talking about the perps. They really do. They are very angry that I'm even there, because they do all these little witchcraft spells before they leave the house, so I won't leave the house. I guess they forgot whose child I am, because I have not forgotten. I used to forget, but now I'm not forgetting. I'm gonna make sure they know. You better know whose child I am. What you up to? Like those crazy dog ladies come. I saw her yesterday. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday, I went to the dentist. And before I left, I saw her get in the car. I went, oh, that's your car? She hasn't left us any plants in a while. I think she probably felt bad as a dog growled at me and barked at me. Because at first, you know, she had the same attitude as Burps. You know, so Jezebel spirit, what are you going to do about it, you know? Kick her ass. Not the person, the spirit. So now every time, like, if she's coming down the block, I have to wait for her to pass. And then go. I don't want a dog attacking me, you know? I love dogs. They love me too. But not that dog. Motherfucker with cars over there, really. They always love parking in this neighborhood. Maybe someone should pop their tires one day. I think that should happen. Well, that's what I keep trying to tell these perps, especially on my channel. I said, you know what? Just because I'm not gonna do something, you know, to catch a record or whatever, doesn't mean somebody else out there is not gonna do it. If you piss somebody off enough times that they snap, that's all on you. I don't feel bad that you're gonna get your ass kicked, because that's what should happen. You should get your ass kicked. So I'm trying to tell you, you know, God is gonna turn it around. He's gonna use people that have had enough of your crap, Karen, and it's gonna beat the living shit out of you, and you're gonna cry wolf, and play victim like you didn't do nothing. You know you did something. You know, you piss people and you try to get them to go over the edge. Who you kidding? Oh, look at that perp, he got a red car. You saw that shit? He came down the block, walked a little ways over there across the street with his phone out, and now he's coming all the way back up the block to go into his red car with his trunk open. Let's see if I get closer. Look at this. You can't really see this little far, but yeah, you can't see his trunk open. Got a red car. And the guy at that house always is a perp because he's always wearing camo. And a couple of times, the little alleyway over there, he had a brand new dirt bike, electric scooter, and a really expensive, like, sports car. And a lot of the times the perps, they don't get the sports car. It's the handler's car, and they borrow the car to do perping. Perp people, they borrow the car. So they go rev up the engine and piss people off, and piss T.I.S off. And they laugh so much. The people's suffering, it's not even funny. It's not funny at all. But they think it's funny, it's not. So I said to these perps, one day you're gonna get yours. And the fact that they keep letting people out that do really, really bad things like that, like way worse than being a perp. Yeah, even though they have prior arrest records and all that for the same thing, they always let them out. The judge lets them out. The police catch them quick sometimes, but the judge lets them out for good behavior. So I don't know what state it was, but a guy was trying to do something to a woman in a store, like a very bad thing in broad daylight, and a whole bunch of people saw him do it. It was a big chain store, so there was a lot of people in there. And you're gonna do that in one of the aisles in front of everybody, plus there's cameras all over that store. They saw him, they grabbed him and beat the living shit out of him, held him down till police arrested him. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're supposed to do to those types of people. That's why he got away with it at least 3 times. That was like the second or third offense that he did the same thing. And they let him out for good behavior. Probation. He effed up the probation. That means you go straight to jail. So they sort of show his mugshot, he's all beat up. I'm like, good. That's what you get. That's the problem, you know, they don't get anything, nothing happens to them. They get away scot-free. They may get arrested, but then they get away scot-free for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they have something over the judge or something. They have like something that could be, you know, pretty bad for the judge. That's the only thing I could think of, and then that's why they get let out. But when they get let out and stuff happens, and they do it again, because they always do, they should get their ass beat all the time. There's no mercy for those types of people. Sorry, not sorry. It's a career criminal. But that's the problem. They always get away with stuff like that. Sometimes we get street justice. The guy on the train did that to a girl, a young girl. He touched her inappropriately, and he ran out the train when the stop came. She went to the precinct, told the cops, and she took a picture of him because he was touching himself, and then looking at her, and then he went up to touch her. And this was the people in the neighborhood were like, oh, he looks familiar. So literally like a day later, a whole bunch of people saw him on the train, beat the shit out of him, dragged him from the train station. I don't know if they call the cops or they just brought him to the precinct. Like, that's street justice right there. That's what I'm talking about. We need to take action. Sometimes, you know, these people need to learn a lesson the hard way. Back in the olden days, they did. They literally learned the lesson because they got their ass beat. Well, how do you get away with something like that, you know? That's not right. Yeah, they're speeding. It's raining. Good job speeding there. You're gonna crash, you retard. Anyway. I think today's the 26th, I believe. January 26th, 2023. But yeah, I didn't go nowhere today. I had a nice coffee at home, so I wasn't going out today. The weather was horrible. I already had my coffee, so. It wasn't for the perps, it was because of the weather. I'll see you perps tomorrow, though. I'm sure you'll be waiting for me. Good. Wait for me with bells on. You know, you have that hive mind. You know, the perps always have the hive mind. They always have to be near you, like puppy dogs. I'd rather have a real dog, not a perp. I'm just saying.